course, we were just sharing the story of Malachi, the son of Tray Chaney, who was thrown from his home because of a violent tornado. Tray, he actually joins us now to share his family story and that moment that changed their lives forever. Tray, thank you so much for being with us here. We're so glad to hear Malachi is now out of the ICU. How is he doing tonight, and how is your family doing overall?
Man, first and foremost, thanks for having me on. This is a very tough time for me and my family, me and my wife, Aisha, and of course, Malachi, my son. He's out of the ICU, but what I want people to understand is just being out of the ICU, that's a great thing. But it's going to be a long road to recovery because we got to think about broken ribs, every bone in his face fractured. And, when you think about every bone in his face being fractured, that's more than just a head injury. That's a brain injury. So when Malachi leaves Grady, whenever he leaves, because it's no time frame, because they want to make sure that he's great there, definitely we're going to have to look into some rehabilitation facilities to make sure that we can get Malachi all the way back to 100%. He is, responding. He laughs every day. He took his first step, on his birthday, which was June 1st. He turned 19. And it's just been a tough time. Of course, this was out of our control. We had no type of warning. And for 11 a.m. to 12, for everything to be going great with me and my son. And then 3:30, the whole house completely demolished by a tornado. I seen the walls coming towards my face when I was sitting on the edge of the bed. Malachi was in his room playing a video game. But, he was thrown out of the second floor of his room, 300 feet, and he was found in the woods behind my house. And it's been tough. But one thing that I'm grateful and thankful for is that we're still living and breathing to be able to tell this story. Because a lot of people, they don't survive tornadoes. A lot of people just not in the way that we got it. And it just gave me a whole different perspective on my life and my family. Material things, money, cars, clothes, jewelry, fame, none of it matters to me. What I care about is my son, Malachi Chaney, making a full 100% recovery. And this is going to be a long road and a long journey to recovery. And continue to pray for us, y'all. My wife, Aisha, like me and her, traumatized forever. I woke up under my house with bricks on my back. And if I don't know anything, I do know who God is, because that's the only way that we survive that. The only way. I'm in the movie business, but this wasn't a movie. This was reality. And the first time I told Malachi was yesterday, because he was in ICU. Mm-hmm. And just a horrific looking at my son, who, that's my everything. Everybody knows you practically grew up when Malachi was born all the way up until now, 19 years old. He spent his 19th birthday in ICU, and it is unfortunate. It's a very unfortunate situation, but and I don't even like to use the word try, but I am trying my best to just stay positive. And I know things happen for a reason, and we can all wish that it never happened to me, or never happened to Malachi, or never happens to no family. But again, it was out of our control. But the fact that we are still living and breathing, and he's making so much progress. But for me he's 19, mm-hmm. and for me to have to embrace him like he's a newborn baby again, that's the tough part. Every time he cries out because he's in pain, I feel it. My wife feels it, Aisha. Every time he cries at night, I haven't slept since May 29th, 2025 at 3:30 p.m. My life changed. His life changed. My wife's life changed. the whole entire family's life changed. And mentally, I'm trying, I'm trying my best. And I hate to use that word, but
That's what you can do in this time, though, Tray. All you can do is try, and you can be there for your son, Malachi, and for your wife, Aisha. And it's important. I can hear the pain in your voice, but also the power behind it, how you're going to stand firm. You can see through the visuals with your son, Malachi, the powerful bond that you two have. And then, of course, the tragedy and how you lost everything in just a moment like that. Like you had said, it's vulnerable. You had no control of that situation. We are in a stretch of severe weather that continues on for the South. And as a father myself, I can hear that conviction in your voice about how you're going to take care of your family. For a parent as yourself, what would you say to other families about what is going on right now, not only in the recovery process, but for staying prepared during the severe season?
Well, for me, we wasn't prepared, but at the same time, if we were prepared, I don't know if it even would have went the way it went now, but at the same time, I just would just say, man, just cherish your loved ones, stay close to them. I think if we would have had warning, we could have at least been hiding in a closet or something. But looking at my house now, it's like looking at these horrific pictures. It's a flashback to that. And 7 days ago, this happened, and it feels like I'm in a nightmare right now. But the beautiful part about it is, again, we're still living and breathing. So families, I just encourage everybody to. It's no way you could prepare for something that comes unexpected.
Yeah.
But stay prayed up, and as much as you can, hold on to your loved ones, because nothing else matters. Material things.
That's a powerful message. We have to go, Tray. Thank you for sharing your story and your time with us. Tray Chaney, thank you for being with us. We're going to continue to pray for you and Malachi. We have more coming up here on Fox Weather Live. Stay with us.